Midnight music. 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 Midnight music.
So, I mean, Enzo Amore started what could be the beginning of a very fascinating series in my meet and greet career.
Wrestlers you do drugs with. Hi, Frets. Frets, we have a bone to pick with your country, but you'll be hearing from us soon.
Brett's fucking asshole. Piece of shit country. Ruining our piece of shit country.
You guys have one job, and it's the snow.
I don't mean to make this about me right now, but it's Pride Month. I find it homophobic and transphobic that I can't even go outside. It's bad enough our own country is against us. And now fucking Canada is sending in poisonous smoke. Then my poor frail asthmatic lungs that are recovering from COVID, I might add.
Yeah, Kay has enough reason to be afraid of the outside because of people. Now they're doing with the fucking air.
Kay, that was one of the best rants you've ever done.
That was good. I'm proud of you.
You should write that run down. That should be the beginning of your stand-up career.
Oh God, no! I would not want a stand-up career.
Think about it.
I'm not funny like that.
Touche.
I'm funny on accident, but when I'm supposed to be funny, it's not.
Oh
good.
yeah, there's a
Usually
knife to it.
I think I understand comedy well, but like my delivery is good, but
It's
you can't
the
win
thing
some,
about with
lose
like
some.
it's like understanding comedy, but then you also have to write comedy, and writing comedy is really hard.
Yeah, I'm spontaneously funny. Planning out being funny is really hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I have an ex-boyfriend that like wanted to be a stand-up comedian, and like he's an awful human.
Oh.
And like
We love those.
I just can't imagine aspiring to be bad. But this is the thing. I feel like so many people I know that tried stand-up in real life are terrible people.
I tried stand-up in college.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did ha ha ha.
Oh, I
Ha ha ha.
yeah, it's a horrible club.
That's why I met Tommy.
Oh, were you there when I roasted Tommy?
No.
Oh, so like when like Tommy's last ha 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 show, I surprised Tommy and roasted him.
Amazing.
Yeah. I do like doing roasts. What's going on, Alexis, by the way, how's school going for you? Because weren't you supposed to be doing like cybersecurity or some shit? Shout out to Down for the Count podcast and Alexis. So we haven't heard from you in a while. And I need to know how cybersecurity's going. Or is that, I think that's what you're going back to school for.
Can you hack Canada and just give him a dick emoji for us?
Not the Titus from Final Fantasy X laugh. Wow.
Just hack Trudeau and send him pictures of him in blackface. Like, this is from America.
This semester kicked my ass. Alright, that happens.
Hey, man, the real world ain't much better.
Yeah.
So, be aware.
Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna have fun. So, Kate, you're ready to talk about Pride. I think that's the first thing we're gonna start out with.
We're doing Pride first?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let me grab
Yes, as
my
I've...
fact.
We'll fact whatever you want to talk about. Everything we kind of discussed via text the last couple of days. You are clear for takeoff. That's the first... I'm gonna cue you in, and then you'll be good to go. We're gonna...
Yeah, clear from takeoff. This is not from Newark, LaGuardia, or JFK.
anywhere on the eastern seaboard at this moment.
Yeah, I am not. I went for like one little walk yesterday.
Well,
it was bad because it's orange outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like I went to the Yankee game last night, and like I was on the bus, and I was like, huh, the sun's orange. That's weird. I mean, it's cloudy, and the sun's like orange.
It is almost a definition
I had no
of
idea.
like cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Yeah. Like I had no idea it was even hazy until I got to the stadium. This guy outside was like, "Yeah, it's from the smoke from Canada." I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, Alexis, we are not okay.
was.
By the way, we are not okay.
Yeah, I did not know that there were fucking wildfires in Canada until like Liv and I were on a walk yesterday, and she's like, "Yeah, the wildfires in Canada." I'm like, "What wildfires in Canada?"
I think they're still burning.
They are. I was talking to the Queen earlier today, and I literally texted her. I said, "What the fuck is wrong with your country?" No, I said, "Why is your country on fire?" She was like, "Fuck if I know." She's like, "It's pretty much the entire country at this point," and I'm like,
It's just like them truckers at it again.
all right. So Fred's is saying the smoke bill is in from Lake Huron. I could smell it inside my. You got the Great Lakes involved in this shit, Frets? My God.
That's not very great.
Yeah, dude, the sky in Canada looked really scary. Apparently.
Good job, Alexis. I didn't know Canada was on fire. I'm very mad that they're not in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Ooh. Well, I heard say that one of the wildfires was actually started by a climate activist.
No way.
They were like, no, I didn't Google this, but still fact checked me. But they were upset that they were gonna do like open an oil drilling thing. So they went on site and just like got rowdy and lit a fire. So nothing says let's save the environment like burning it all to the ground.
I mean, worked for Seth Rollins.
I was just gonna say Seth Rollins must be thriving right now.
Seth Rollins is dancing around this fire. Randy Orton's posing in front of the fire.
Oh yeah.
It's one of the best poses ever.
2007 CM Punk is coming back.
And Bray Wyatt's filing another insurance claim.
Yeah, right. God, another funhouse burned to the ground. I know. It's gonna up my premium.
Yowie wowie.
Yowie wowie indeed.
Actually, you guys want to talk? Yes, I know it's exciting to talk about insurance, but like
it's not exciting to talk about insurance.
Parts of Florida and California, State Farm is just like, yeah, we're just not offering insurance in these areas anymore because it's so expensive because of the wildfires and the flooding.
Listen, I don't blame them.
They're just refusing to. Yeah, I don't blame them either. They're just refusing to service those areas. It's like, can you do that? Because when you own a home, you have to have insurance.
Well, yeah, I mean, but there's so many insurance companies, either local or like national brands, that you can find. State Farm can just be like, fuck it, we're not going to do you guys. You know.
I mean, like, Florida also, like, has completely pulled, like, gender-affirming healthcare. So, like, not covering floods and wildfires either doesn't really shock me.
Yeah.
What's actually interesting about just gender-affirming care in general, because, like, insurance doesn't cover, quote-unquote, elected procedures. So if you want a boob job, right, they don't cover that. Unless you can prove that's, like, for...
you have to prove medical necessity.
Like Alexa Bliss probably got it covered because she had an eating disorder, right? She was anorexic.
I believe it was anorexia. I want to say... I don't want to say it was bulimia, but I believe it was anorexia.
It was something. I don't want to, make fun of her. But, with gender-affirming care, how do you make that case that some of it is, because some of it's definitely life-saving and some of it is elective?
Because for me, I believe that all gender-affirming care is mandatory because gender dysphoria is like, impossible to live with. Like, gender-affirming care being life-saving care is because trans people literally kill themselves.
Yeah, due to high suicide rate.
Yeah, like, I literally see every day, like, people wanting to kill themselves because they live in states where you can't get health care anymore. And like, or if even people that are like currently on hormones and are currently receiving gender affirming care, states pulling it back.
Yeah.
Pulling it back in a way where you have like a certain amount of time to detransition. Or they'll like whatever dosage you're on at the time of them pulling it, like you can't adjust it, which is could also be medical malpractice.
Well, I saw today Norway stopped doing it for minors, gender-affirming care. Now, what that means, I didn't watch the video yet, but I don't know if that means like specifically hormones and surgery or if it means all of it.
Probably all of it.
I don't know. Norway, I can't see, because I can't see Norway and those kind of countries doing all of it. I could see them realistically being like, okay, no surgery and hormones until like more data comes in or whatever. But all of it would generally surprise me.
Mm.
Well, gender-affirming care with children is such like a touchy subject for so many people.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it makes sense. It's a touchy subject for me as well. Like, I personally, I would support everything up until the hormones circumstances. Like, if you want, and then I know like it takes months of therapy and this, that, and the other. And Kay, you can obviously educate us more than anybody. But obviously, all that should be allowed. But when it comes to pumping in hormones, man, I don't know personally. It's a hard decision for me to.
Well, there are steps that can be taken, like for example, like hormone blockers, like puberty blockers, to prevent someone from going through a puberty that will fuck them up.
Right. I think the jury's still out on whether that's an effective care for a child that should naturally go through puberty, however they naturally go through it.
Like, I support the use of like hormone blockers and puberty blockers because like for some children like come out as at like in like kindergarten. There are children that are trans children that like live their whole lives like transitioning.
Right.
Like, why would you make someone go through a puberty that is going to be painful and traumatic for them to then have to try to
reverse it?
Reverse it.
And man, puberty's painful and traumatic for everybody.
Yeah, but
never want to do that shit again.
Trans people go through puberty twice.
That's a good point.
Awful.
Yeah, that is
That's
a
a
good
very
point.
good point.
Like,
So
why
you
would
make them go through it once, and once they're of age, say like 21 or whatever, even 18, you make them go through it again.
Yeah, there is also somewhat genetics involved in it as well, because genetics aren't
Yeah,
perfect.
it's a great point by Alexis too. Puberty can hit earliest periods in third grade and stunted growth.
Mhm.
That's puberty hits everybody differently because oral hormones are differently.
Hormones
Like
are
I don't
different, genetics are
think
different
I don't
too.
think it makes sense to ban medical procedures because everyone's body is different. Like, yeah, could there be like a 15-year-old kid or an 8-year-old kid who needs puberty blockers? Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. But just to straight up ban it or straight up allow it for everybody, I think one way or the other is just fucking ridiculous.
You gotta have
because
gotta be on a case by case basis.
Yeah, and the
By
government shouldn't be involved one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
By restricting and making it difficult to receive gender affirming care makes it difficult for people besides trans people. Like people receive cis people receive gender affirming care.
Yeah,
Right. And therapy is part of that care.
Yeah.
correct.
Like seeing a specialist, or like if a little boy wants to be a girl and wants to wear makeup or put a dress on or do ballet, that's part of gender affirming care as well.
I mean,
Did Taquan just say a bad bitch with a dick?
it's fire. Yes, that's Taquan.
Yeah.
Taquan's been in here for a while. I just haven't said anything.
Hi, Taquan.
Taquan's been here.
Okay, Steph, no, Taquan, I used that word on this podcast like years ago, and Kay had to yell at me afterwards, so I stopped saying it.
Yep, that did occur. That did occur.
Yeah, Kay had to pull me aside and like, listen, Will. Cut that shit. And I was like, yeah, I know you're right.
And look how much more evolved our podcast is now.
Yeah.
I only let it slip once since then.
Did you? I don't remember.
Maybe-
I don't recall.
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't
I remember
remember.
I was in a rant and I said it once. I was like, "Fuck, sorry."
At least you caught yourself mid rant. That's a.
Yeah, I caught
Yeah.
myself.
There you go. Awareness, folks.
No, Taquan, I actually, now that Cornell West is in the race, I'm gonna vote for Cornell West. I fucking love that guy.
Is Cornell West in the primary race again?
He's in the People's Party, so
Oh, okay.
which is Andrew Yang's failed attempt at a third party, which is just another corporate backed
Remember
party.
when Andrew Yang
But,
tried to? Didn't Andrew Yang try to attack Vince in WWE?
He might have. I think we talked about it. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of Andrew Yang too. It's just like, dude, you tried the same thing too many times. Give it up, dude.
I forgot he existed for a while.
Yeah, he's just a bad politician. That's his problem.
Yeah.
You also
Right
good point,
ideas,
Alexis.
just
Good point, Alexis.
Bad politician.
Oh, Yang Gang.
Right. Yeah, they don't just walk in and get hormone therapy. They gotta go through many hoops, as there should be many hoops.
Like it obviously I wouldn't necessarily agree with many hoops. Like healthcare should be accessible, but obviously like they don't give out hormones like it's candy. Like
Right.
I think that's a misconception that a lot of people have.
Yeah.
Right.
Like depending on what state you live in, like you are required to have a therapist for like a year, like, and you get a letter. Like it
That's
depends on
true.
the state you're in.
That's very true. Yeah, it is state
Like
specific.
I'm lucky
A full
that
year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is usually the standard.
That's a lot.
It's the
like,
transitioning
some
is a
pla-
lot.
Like some states you
Well, Ricky, is there
Transit-
any other like procedure or medication that would require you seeing a therapist or any specialist for a year before you can get treated?
Well, sometimes even when you are doing therapy within that time, you are some individuals, okay, you can correct me if I'm wrong, are actually on hormone treatment, and therapy is there to assist them with the transition.
Well, I'm saying outside of transitioning.
So
So like I had anxiety in high school, and then I went and saw a therapist,
Yeah.
and they pretty much prescribed me a pill immediately.
Yeah.
It took about a year to find the right pill for me to go
sure,
on.
yeah.
But there wasn't any like hoops or hurdles I had to cross over in order to get the care. So
actually yes, I have an example.
Please.
So I have historically had migraines for a couple years now, and I started seeing a new primary, and I told her about them. I haven't had my migraines really like on paper with previous doctors before, so there's no medical history of it. So she prescribed me an injectable treatment to prevent me having migraines.
Oh, Botox?
Not Botox.
No, not
my
Botox.
mom
no.
did Botox for her migraines.
Botox is
I thought about
Botox is a potential solution, but not everybody does Botox
Yeah.
for migraines.
Yeah. I don't remember the name of the injectable that she prescribed me, but my insurance company blocked it because I have to be treated, have to have been treated for migraines for, I don't remember the period of time. I think it's at least 6 months. The same thing, like right now I'm going through testing to, because I have a lot of like inflammatory stuff that's been going on.
Yeah.
Like I've had chronic fatigue for about a year now. So I go back to the doctor in like a week or so to like get checked out again. But I can't be diagnosed with chronic fatigue until they exhaust all other diagnoses. And because it's on paper that I've been feeling this way a year, I have a case now. But things like that, they don't diagnose or consider it a viable diagnosis unless you've on record had these symptoms for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So people associate gender dysphoria kind of with the same thing. Like you have to like on record show that like you have experienced gender dysphoria for X amount of time, even though a lot of trans people feel gender dysphoria long before they have the language to identify that or are seeing a professional.
It is always good to have paperwork to back up your claim.
It does make total sense. And I think as the care develops, so say like 20 years from now, those hurdles, the care will be more accessible because there's more data, right?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, at least in some places. But like transgender people and transgender kids isn't a new thing. They've been around for centuries. But now
it's in biblical times too.
Yes, the treatments themselves are new, so you got to treat that carefully because you don't want to make a mistake especially with no medical data. That's very hard to reverse. If not very reversible.
You want medical data, you need proof from a mental health perspective as this is something that's ailing them. And by the way, Taquan, that X-Men joke was not lost on me. I find that absolutely hysterical. But
what do you say? Is this for X gene kick to gene gay?
Because I was gonna say
Gene gay. Oh, Gene Gray.
Yeah. Although, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I would love that as an alter ego name for you.
Gene Gay.
I do love kayfabe though. Kayfabe is one of my favorites. Like I did love the Queen Bee, but kayfabe I think is my new favorite.
I also like. I feel like
because I came up.
I feel like for Pride Month, you should be known as Gene Gay.
Gene Gay.
I feel like it will confuse way too many people.
Okay, fair enough.
Too many identities, man. Too many identities.
No, that's the thing. I feel like I rebrand like annually at this point.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
I mean, it fits. it fits who you are.
It
Kay.
works for Jericho.
Yeah.
Why not have it work for you?
That is true.
Yeah, Kay, you're gonna be the demo gay or something.
The demo gay.
Demo gay.
Wait! Yes! Wait. What if I do the list of Jericho, but it's the burn book from Mean Girls?
Go right ahead.
God.
Go right ahead.
You know what? No, it's fucking Kay. Get us in trouble. We need some controversy around here. Ricky, change our logo for one day, then change it back like Nissan and everyone else did.
Oh no, it's already changed.
The old logo.
We're all changed.
Make it the new logo.
You want me to do the new logo?
And instead of the new, it's called the Gay Kings of the Rings podcast.
Kings of the Gays podcast.
With a rainbow going over it. Yeah, I can do an overarching rainbow.
Wait, that should be our logo for Pride Month, especially because other corporations aren't doing Pride logos.
Yeah, she's looking,
they did them for a day. MLB did it for like 7 hours and took it off.
So far, the only corporations that I've heard from about Pride, are we ready for this? Sesame Street.
Of course.
Nice.
Barbie.
Yeah, they got a movie coming out.
And I got an email from the New York Jets promoting their Pride line, and it has multiple things.
The New York Jets. We have Aaron Rodgers. Help us.
Complete sideberg movies. Ricky, did you see the new Spider-Man?
I saw it last night.
Oh my God, fucking amazing.
I didn't see it yet. Don't tell me anything.
Fantastic.
So here's what I'll say.
I've been locked in the house.
The characters, outstanding. The writing and the dialogue, I'll say, phenomenal.
They're so funny.
Wits
yeah.
was amazing. Like, it was very hard to keep up. This is a compliment. It was like very black. The movie was very black, and I was fucking about it. The art direction, the action, fucking amazing. How each like universe had different like artistic style, and the cameo with the Lego was amazing.
The Lego cameo was really funny.
The plot was an absolute mess. That's because the next movie needs to come out to tie it all together.
Well, it's a 3-act play.
And I know, but here's the thing. Each act felt like the first act. It felt like 3 first acts.
Interesting.
because
it is no surprise, Kay. It is a live action Donald Glover, and that was one of the best parts.
that was also really fucking awesome.
I loved the last Into the Spider-Verse movie, and I'm like very excited to go see
Yeah.
this. But I literally need to like do a triple threat at the movies because I haven't seen Guardians yet.
Wow.
Have to.
Okay, I'll tell you this: you are going to cry at Guardians 3.
I heard.
Bring a tissue. Bring a lot of tissues.
I would say bring one singular.
Bring
tissue.
one tissue. Yeah.
Like May was like mad chaotic. Like I moved.
Yeah.
I went to New Orleans and then I got COVID in the span of 3 weeks.
Yeah. I will say I had not seen any of the Spider-Verse movies until yesterday. So Into the Spider-Verse is on demand for my Verizon file. So I watched it.
I couldn't
work.
find it. I tried to watch it before. I couldn't find it.
So yeah, I found it, and I was like, oh yeah, it's Tuesday. I can do it's like, you know, discount Tuesdays at the movies. So I went and saw a 10 o'clock showing.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome. The movie
great.
is incredible. Like once a new one comes out, it'll make this one even better.
Yeah, no.
But they could have cut some things, rearranged some things. It could have been one incredible movie, but I understand why they'd split it into two.
It'd be a really long movie, but it's good. There's so much detail and everything. It's unreal.
Dude, that part when they do the meme.
They're all pointing.
Dude, I died because it was so fucking clever. Like they had to get in there somewhere. They did it. They did it perfect time. Hey, we're looking for Spider-Man.
Weird. Well, I'll have to send you a video by this group on YouTube called New Rockstar, so it breaks down all the Easter eggs. So apparently the creators of the movie, they created like 280 different Spider-Man for that movie.
Yeah, it completely original too.
Yeah,
That's cool.
They also
it was nuts,
they
dude.
added
The animation budget was crazy.
They added the PlayStation Spider-Man in there. And if you
shut the fuck up, really?
The PS4 and PS5 Spider-Mans and the alternate suits are all in the movie.
Dude, it was just so respectful. The movie was just so fucking respectful. You guys know how much I love Spider-Man. He's my favorite superhero.
If you actually look at a thing in Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, Genki, his roommate, he's playing Spider-Man on PlayStation on the TV.
I noticed that he's playing PS5 Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
fuck. I noticed it because of the map, the mini map. I was like, that's Spider-Man. That's how I picked it up. Dude, send that to me because those Easter eggs in that movie was 90% of it went over my head.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of them. So, for instance, here's one because I know Kay, you'll appreciate this too, and then we'll actually go to the show. So there's Spider-Gwen because obviously you know Spider-Gwen. So her universe is pink, blue, and white.
So she's trans.
And then in her room, in Spider-Gwen's room, in the new movie, right above her door is the trans flag, and it says "Protect Trans Lives."
Fuck yeah! Okay, that fucking rips. I'm really excited.
Or
to
Save
see
Trans Kids. Thank you, Taquan. It's actually Save Trans Kids. Yes.
Fuck yeah! I love that.
So I didn't know actually the Spider-Verse writers are the same people who did the 21 Jump Street series as well as Clone High.
It's Lord and Miller.
Yeah,
Lord and Miller. Yeah.
Is it 21 Jump Street was so fucking funny.
Yeah, so they do all of that, and there's something really interesting. So apparently, if you listen to the intro again of Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, when the first Sony or Pixar or whatever comes up, you can hear somebody cough.
Okay.
So that's a spoof on purpose. Apparently, during 22 Jump Street, if you listen back to that, someone's coughing in the audio. And so they just added to all their movies as a giant tongue-in-cheek spoof.
Dude, the movie was so good. I can't wait for the next one. That was a great twist at the end too.
Oh yeah, the twist is badass.
Yeah. Also, I love his Puerto Rican mother.
Oh, Rio's
yeah.
cute.
She's like, Puerto Rican's part of America, but.
and here's another you said before. So when he says you got a B+ in Spanish, when she snaps her fingers, the animation is actually the Puerto Rican flag.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Oh my god, there's so much fun stuff. All right, well, it's 8:15. We clearly have not seen each other in a very, very long time, all three of us. So it's time to get this show on the road. We're gonna have a lot of fun, interesting stuff to talk about. Yeah, a lot of stuff to talk about. So,
Let's do it to it. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Midnight.
Coming up this week on Kings of the Rings podcast, the soap opera that is the Bloodline hits a pivotal turning point as Jey Uso makes a decision that will shape the course of this never-ending soap opera. Plus, Roman Reigns gets a new belt, Tony Khan makes another announcement, and it is no Mysterio how hated Dom is. Oh yeah, also Saudi Arabia made another purchase, so this is going to be very, very fun. So sit back, relax, try to breathe if you're on the East Coast, and hit that camel clutch and say hot tooey to Hulk Hogan. It is the episode 343 of Kings of the Rings podcast, Sheiky, baby, exclusively on Wrestle Addict Radio, and it starts right now. Hot tooey! Fuck you, Hulk Hogan.
I still love you, Hulk. It's fine.
You would.
No, fuck you, Hulk Hogan.
Okay, so did anybody have Canada being on fire on their 2023 bingo card?
I did. Fuck you, Canada.
You're the only
did
one.
not.
Canada is supposed to snow. It is not supposed to be fucking burning. This is the first sign of the apocalypse. Canada just said, "Fuck it, we're just gonna burn it. We're just gonna burn shit up at this point." It's
They're like, we're sick of waiting.
yeah, it's over. It's over, folks. We are in the last days, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 343. Sheiky, baby, rest in peace to the Iron Sheik. We're going to talk more about him in just a little bit. I don't care if it's June. You are supposed to snow, frets. I'm your host, King Ricky Rose, along with Willie T and Kayfabe. Formerly known as DK Murphy, might be in the future known as Gene Gay, or maybe what was the other ones we just had?
The demo
Gay, yes.
The demo
Gay kayfabe. Oh, that's so good. I can't wait to make that a shirt. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about, but first and foremost, Will Tarashak, how are you, sir?
I'm good, man. I should probably go get my inhaler. I haven't needed it in like 15 years.
Yeah.
So, Frets, if I have an asthma attack, I'm gonna send you the bill if we healthcare up there. So be aware. Look out for that one. My name is Will Tarashuk. T is Thomas. ARASHUK. It's been 57 days since my last incident because I pooped myself.
Touche, if that's only what that actually meant.
Welcome back.
Sup, fuckers. I was just gonna ask, what was the incident?
I didn't actually poop myself. I don't know what the incident is.
Well,
I'm sure.
I'm really glad that you didn't poop yourself. I'm very impressed. I have my inhaler because New York City is orange.
The entire East Coast is orange.
That was 60 was what, 8 weeks ago? What did I do 8 weeks ago?
Orange is the new black.
What was 8 weeks ago?
You went on the show, Kay.
No,
April,
I mean
April 12th.
Generally speaking.
The mystery continues.
No, nothing happened on April 12th. So yeah, I don't know, Ricky. You got some explaining to do on that one.
I know what it is. Don't worry about it. K Murphy, tell us about your time in NOLA.
Oh my god, y'all. I had the most wild fucking week in New Orleans. I danced. I sang. I got beads.
You know how.
You know how. I was violently high throughout the entire trip. And woo! Indeed. And I experimented with hair extensions for the first time.
Wait, hold on. You experimented with hair extensions.
Do you want to see? Them?
Aren't your sides usually like
Yeah,
shaved,
seriously.
though? How does that work?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I want to.
BRB.
All right, I'm very interested to see what Kay's hair extensions are. I really hope it was like Bianca Belair hair extension. Like
Oh
just
my God.
one giant
They're
ponytail,
just
swinging it around everywhere and skipping down Bourbon Street. That's all I really
I'm
want.
on my own against the wall.
Yep. So I bought a clip-in.
Oh my God, I was correct.
ponytail.
I was correct. It's a clip-in ponytail like Bianca Belair.
I don't know. I wanted to like feel a little cunty in New Orleans and try something different. No one, if it looked bad, no one was gonna see me ever.
Yeah, I'm with Taquan here, Kay. That might be appropriation over there, my friend.
It's literally No, look, I will not do that. To
Well, it's
Quan.
not braided.
No, oh God, no! It's literally.
It's a quad.
Look, it's a claw clip.
Oh, it looks great. It looks great.
It does look pretty dope.
So I literally just clip it to my ponytail, and I have hair, and honestly, like, it looks like shit right now because I didn't like do it, but like it was so cute. Hold on, I'll send like a picture in the host chat.
You definitely did like a model little picture, didn't you?
Oh wait, oh just
did
wait.
Did a
Oh, just
kayfabe
wait.
photo shoot?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The
I'm gonna show you. I'm sending you my Bourbon Street outfit
Kate-
with the extensions.
Kay thought they were gonna fit in the Little Mermaid screen.
Hey, I'm not. It's not like I'm wearing my red wig. You know my Eva Marie wig.
I remember your Eva Marie wig.
It's
is that,
somewhere.
Does that look like Judy from Doug?
I don't know. Was it? I don't remember.
Well, no. I had a red wig. I bought the red wig when I wanted Eva Marie to come back. I had the green wig when I was Shotzi for Halloween, and then I had a blue wig from a Halloween costume I did.
Welcome to the ball pit.
All right.
Gotta love it. Are you really posting it right now?
I put it in the host
there it
chat.
is.
All right, hold on. I'll look at it in a second.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks really good.
Thank you. See, that's like a clip-in ponytail that I bought on Amazon.
Well, it actually does look really good, Kay.
Thank you.
Amazon coming in the clutch yet again, folks.
No, literally, Amazon is like fucking saving my ass. Like, I've been buying shit for the apartment. Like, I'm putting shag rugs everywhere right now.
Nice. Very, very
I'm
nice.
serious.
I-
We have tile floors. They're really hard. So I have
Yes, they are.
this purple. I have purple in my office and then green in the bedroom.
Very nice, very nice. So, Kay Mary, welcome back, Kay. We've missed you.
Thank you. I missed you guys.
Yes.
Literally, like, I was supposed to make my grand return with Bad Buddy, and then literally my whole life, like, was upended. Like, I moved. I went to New Orleans. I got COVID. I have hair. Lots has changed.
A lot of stuff has happened, but you did come back at a very, very opportune time, Kay, because this is our first episode in June, which means it's our first episode during Pride Month as our logo turns to completely to our rainbow logo of years past, as you can see on the screen. So, Kay, as our resident rainbow and as you have been a resident rainbow since you've been on the show for I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
I wanted to give you this platform.
May was 4 years since I joined the show.
Jesus Christ, yeah, and you were on before you started the show, so wanted to give you this platform to a little bit every week to talk about Pride Month. I know we've done stuff for Pride in years past. We're kind of low key this year, but I still want to give you the opportunity to talk about this, as I know this is something that's very important to you. You have educated myself and Will enormously throughout the years about this, and I think you do an excellent job, seeing that you're also heavily in the field as a member of the Trevor Project. So please speak away on this. I know it's very, very important to you.
Hello. So, instead of focusing on fundraising this year we are going to raise awareness and spread knowledge, because Pride is something that has been heavily discussed this year. It's a super polarizing topic right now because honestly, most people don't really want to fuck with Pride. So, like, shout out to us for actually having a rainbow logo. I know I've talked shit about rainbow capitalism in the past, but like, it's super scary right now seeing like nobody showing support for like the queer and trans community. So like I wanted to kind of carve out some time each week to kind of like let y'all know like what Pride is about. Like, it's not just like a rainbow logo and like a party. So today I'm going to do a little lesson on the updated Pride flag.
Ooh, I do like the updated Pride flag. Wait, has it been updated? Like, how far updated?
The progress one?
I don't think I've seen the progress one.
I'm gonna drop a photo in our. Actually, no, I'll drop the photo in our Discord.
Does this one include the two-spirited people? I know Canada now recognizes the two-spirited people.
I wasn't sharing the two-spirited flag, but I can find that.
Okay.
If y'all give me a few moments.
Two-spirited people are really funny. That's a good one.
I don't know if funny's the word.
I'll use the word funny. Two-spirited people. I don't even believe I have one spirit. Wish I had two.
I wish I had, yeah, two. I mean, they can fight with each other though.
I know it also has origins in like Native American culture.
That
spirits.
makes sense.
Specifically
Gotcha.
Native American culture.
So, okay, what do you have for us this week?
All right. So the Progress Pride flag, it came out in 2017, I believe. It was created in Philadelphia.
Mhm.
So the Pride flag has changed a lot over the years and has it's reflected different, like the rainbow has featured different colors in the past. Like the original Pride flag featured hot pink and turquoise.
Wow.
But it doesn't anymore. The Progress Pride flag, you'll see the rainbow flag, like the traditional Pride flag is reflected. And then there's the white, pink, and blue stripes that represent trans people, and then the brown and black stripes to represent BIPOC people. Because, and I'll get more into this in a later episode, like Pride started as a riot, and we would not have our rights without trans women of color.
That is correct.
Like, full stop.
Stonewall.
So, exactly. We will have a whole Stonewall episode when we get closer to the anniversary of Stonewall.
Mhm.
So,
Is the Stonewall anniversary also in June?
yes.
Okay.
So the Stonewall anniversary is the end of June.
Gotcha. So this will probably be during our one of our seminal shows, our Money for the Mark show.
Yeah, money for the marks will coincide with
Stonewall.
Oh, shit, that's
Pride.
happening.
Yeah.
That's coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be the last show of June. It's going to be our last show of June.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money.
So,
Yeah.
so like I had said before, the white, blue, and pink colors on the flag represent the trans community. The black and brown represent people of color, and then the red in the rainbow represents life. Orange represents healing. Yellow represents new ideas. Green represents prosperity. Blue represents serenity, and violet represents spirit.
Awesome.
That's our little flag lesson.
Thank you, Kay, for sharing for that, because I think that's pretty awesome. I totally forget that the different colors represent different things in the Pride flags. That's pretty awesome to kind of get a refresher.
Yeah, I had no
about.
idea. I had no idea they represented anything.
Yeah, I believe I might be. I think hot pink represented sexuality, and I don't remember what turquoise stood for. But turquoise also had a meaning. Like every color has always had a specific meaning in the flag.
Okay. Very interesting. So thank you, Kay. So like Kay said, all throughout the month of June, Kay is going to be spearheading, educating us on some pretty awesome facts about the LGBTQ community as well as Pride in and of itself. Because there is a lot to learn. You'll be surprised about all the things that you can learn. This is in lieu of us just talking about, as Kay and I had discussed throughout last weekend, about trying to make it more, I guess, wrestling centric, which we have in the past. And I think a lot of us as marks know who the wrestlers were, for the most part, who were pioneers in the LGBTQ community, whether we knew it or not at the time, like Pat Patterson, being wrestlers and or sports entertainers. But Kay thought, and I agree with Kay, looking back at it now, but it's better just do general education and not actually have it associate with wrestling, because it puts it all into a little bit better perspective, I believe. As well.
Yeah, like there's only so many times I can be like, oh, this wrestler's gay.
Yes.
We already knew that. Like,
Yeah.
it would be like Pat Patterson, Sonya Deville, Anthony Bowens, Effie,
Darren Young as well.
Darren Young. Like we all. This is all shit everyone that's listening to our show most likely is aware of. I wanted to use Pride. To teach y'all something a little different that you might not have known otherwise.
Kenny Omega's bisexual.
Oh yeah.
I did. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Kenny is a bisexual king.
Yes.
God, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. yes, he is.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for
Take it in the ass, Kenny.
Good for Kenny. So as we move
Do we think Kenny Omega is a top or a bottom?
I don't want to think about it.
bottom.
But definitely a bottom.
Yeah, bottom.
But for Pride Month?
Bottom. Yeah, definitely a bottom.
Would you deny me this question during Pride
No,
Month?
no, bottom. It's unanimous.
No,
Even
I'm
Taquan says
I'm
bottom.
denying you an answer. There's a difference.
Very true. So let's move on to some unfortunate news that was reported earlier today at the time of our recording.
Or fortunate if you're Hulk Hogan.
Nice. So the one of the greatest heels in the history of sports and entertainment, the Iron Sheik, unfortunately passed away at the age of 81. You guys might know the Iron Sheik from his most legendary Twitter account, which he would tweet everything in all caps and scrutinizing Hulk Hogan on pretty much a daily basis. But I don't think a lot of us know about the life of the Iron Sheik. And here's some stuff I learned today. This is from ESPN.com's little retrospective on the Iron Sheik. Sheik, whose real name is, and excuse me if I screw this up, Hussein Khosrow Ali Vaziri, was a former WF World Champion, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2005 as a hated heel. He had legendary battles in the 1980s against Hulk Hogan, Backlund, and Sergeant Slaughter. Sheik beat Backlund for the WWF title in December of 1983, and 1 month later, January 1984, Hogan defeated Sheik in front of more than 20,000 at MSG to win the belt for the first time. That match in particular helped catapult Hulkamania into the phenomenon that it was, which later led into the first WrestleMania just about a year later. Before starting in professional wrestling, Sheik was a bodyguard for the last Shah of Iran, which is the last king of Iran, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. He was a Greco-Roman wrestler in his home country, nearly making the 1968 Olympic team. Sheik then moved to the U.S., where he won an AAU Greco-Roman Wrestling Championship at 180.5 pounds, and became an assistant coach for the United States wrestling team, including its Olympic team in 1972. Around that time, he broke into pro wrestling in Minnesota with AWA and Vern Gagne. Under coach and catch wrestling legend Billy Robinson. Sheik was given a character based on his Iranian heritage, and he leaned into it, shaving his head, growing a handlebar mustache, and wearing shoes curled at the toes, those legendary curled shoes, which went on to become an iconic look. He joined WWF for the first time in 1979, winning MSG's first Battle Royal match and having matches with the likes of Bruno Sammartino and Chief Jay Strongbow. After dropping the title to Hogan in '84, Sheik had a memorable host of matches with Sergeant Slaughter, a U.S. military-based character. The feud played off real-life tensions between the U.S. and Sheik's Iran homeland, which made him one of the most villainous people at the time. They had a violent, bloody boot camp match. If you've never seen the boot camp match, it's rough. At MSG in '84. In recent years, Sheik developed a cult fan following on Twitter, which we all were followers of, even from people who never watched his legendary battles inside the square circle. Sheik is survived by his wife, Carol, to whom he was married for 47 years, his children, Tanya and Nikki, and his son-in-law, Eddie, according to his Twitter account. So rest in peace, the Iron Sheik, and I'll put this out there right now and I'll leave you guys to talk about it. Iron Sheik might be a top 5 heel in the history of pro wrestling.
Oh yeah, dude, he was big in the Gulf War.
Yeah.
WWE had stones to do that storyline. And for the record, his last tweet: "Fuck the wildfires."
He tweeted about one of my favorite bands, Boy Genius, and I was very confused.
Dude, he just tells them to go fuck themselves.
Sheiky.
In the past week, he told the Wizard of Oz, Little House on the Prairie, the fuck the rhythm and the rhyme, the Apple Pro Vision headset. Fuck Hogan, fuck the Monday twice. Starship's meant to fly. What the fuck do you think, jabroni? He fucks with fruit gushers, but he couldn't find them in a store. Take a deep breath and reflect on how dumb of a son of a bitch you are. Which, yes.
Yes.
Wait, I should hang that in my bathroom.
He came after My Little Pony, and yeah, that's it. The May. Fuck the May. So yeah. Iron Sheik's Twitter just existed of him telling people to go fuck off, things and ideas to fuck off. So that's my kind of guy, honestly. I was so close to retweeting all these, but I remember the only Twitter account I have is my work one. It's not my account. So.
You can't do that.
don't need that on my conscience. Will,
Oh,
I'm gonna work. Will, why did our Twitter account tell My Little Pony to go fuck itself? No, the thing is.
Cameron, what are your thoughts on the Sheiky?
My concern is for the future of heel Twitter. Who's the new guy?
Oh, trust me, they'll find
just
somebody.
Wait until Trump comes back.
Yeah, they'll find somebody.
Trump is not going to come back to Twitter.
You say that now.
He could, though. Yeah, you say that now.
No.
It
shall not happen.
Yeah, so R.I.P. to the Iron Sheik, one of the greatest heels of all time. The reason we have the camel clutch to begin with, just a heel through and through, but apparently one of the most beloved people in all of the wrestling world. The Rock talks about him a lot. He was a big part of The Rock's growing up because Sheik knew his father and Sheik was always around. He's portrayed in the Young Rock series as well. Sheik is Sheik. He was kind of a one of a kind individual, but also very, very strong. Like, he doesn't look it, but he was wicked strong.
Yeah, freak athlete.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Not a guy you actually want to get into a fight with at all.
Sheik reminds me of this middle school math teacher I had named Mr. Urban, who was like bench pressing like 300 pounds in his 80s.
My God.
I'm not surprised by that at all. That definitely sounds something like Sheiky would do. So rest in peace to the Iron Sheik. Your Twitter will be missed immensely.
God, I hope WWE does a good video package on him because he for sure deserves
Oh,
it.
SmackDown's probably going to be wild with Sheik stuff. Absolutely wild with Sheik stuff. I wonder how Slaughter's doing, because that was like his nemesis, but I believe they were really good friends in real life.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. For sure. So yes, rest in peace to the Iron Sheik. Although he is not from here, Saudi Arabia. Will was talking to me earlier before the show, as I had discussed with him. I'd made an interesting purchase because last time we talked about the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia, we talked about them potentially purchasing WWE. Well, guess what, folks? That didn't happen. But they are not out of the sports and entertainment business, as we came to know a couple of days ago. They bought golf. They literally bought golf.
Again, they bought it again.
Yeah.
What do you mean again?
K. Murphy, they bought the
So
PGA.
LIV is merging with the PGA, meaning Saudi Arabia just bought all of golf.
Yeah.
Why?
Money.
Oh.
I
Good
mean,
for them.
that's pretty much the reason for a lot of stuff. But it was money. Essentially,
I guarantee you some shady deals have going on with Trump golf courses too.
So what ended up happening is, just for all intents and purposes, is that according to the agreement, which is actually a really great agreement because I read up on it, Saudi becomes the exclusive investor. The Public Investment Fund becomes the exclusive investor in this new company, but the majority of the board will still be the PGA, who will be running operations. So
Saudi just bought it. They didn't buy it to run it. They just bought it for publicity and good PR more than anything.
Yeah. So, Will, I know you wanted to talk a little bit more about this and sports watching and how this kind of relates. So the floor is yours, sir.
This is kind of interesting how this I don't remember like what the reaction was publicly from when WWE did this like years ago, but they're gonna do a new deal with WWE. Once this one runs out. So I'm interested to see what the reaction is going to be there. And I see a lot of the reactions from this, and it reminds me of how I initially reacted when this first happened and the huge argument that me, Ricky, and Dave got into.
Which led to the greatest storyline in the history of this podcast.
Which led to the work.
Yeah.
And after watching the Saudi shows with WWE, it does kind of make me change my position on deals like this, where I think people need to stop equating the crimes of the government with the crimes of the people, meaning there really, for the most part, isn't no crimes of the people. There's cultural differences that can be disgusting, but it's cultural differences. Nothing you can do about that. But yeah, the Saudi Arabian government, fucking disgusting. War criminals, and they killed Jamal Khashoggi and all that fun stuff, and they did 9/11, all of that. So people were upset. You're all totally justified. But this isn't about that. There are plenty of geopolitical things to get mad at. The U.S. sells arms to Saudi Arabia. We sell weapons. And what do you do with those weapons? They're committing genocide in Yemen. You're upset about golf, but you're not upset about that? A little weird. It's just weird. Maybe you just don't know about that. Hey, did you know they're just committing genocide in Yemen because of U.S. arm deals? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. See? There you go. So there's plenty of anger to be had at Saudi Arabia, but I think a lot of this anger does get directed at the people, and I think that's bizarre. Because if there's one thing I don't mind Saudi Arabia getting involved with in terms of U.S. deals, it's sports and entertainment, because they can be just like the rest of the world. I mean, hey, people over there like golf, people over there like wrestling, people over there like movies that they're allowed to watch. So I don't think this is worth getting up in arms about. Especially when there's more important things to get up in arms about. And I think it's a good deal. The golfers are going to get paid. The golfers are completely blindsided to it. I think it's pretty funny.
I know, it's hysterical too.
But I mean, like they're like if Saudi Arabia was buying like the New York Stock Exchange, yeah, then we got some problems. You know what I mean? But like they're buying golf. So it's just like this, just don't watch golf.
Yeah, let it be. Look at you, Will, growing so much in these past years since the work. But no, it is something to kind of really discuss is that, and I think it's something that, in terms of professional wrestling and them doing shows over there, something that WWE really highlighted in front of in lieu of all of that contention with them doing the deals in the first place was that they put on these shows and they. Like WWE does it really well. They ingratiate themselves in the community, if only for like a week. They do it at WrestleMania all the time, and they number one WWE's philanthropic team is awesome. Kudos to Stephanie McMahon for spearheading that when that first got kicked off. But they do a lot. They just did their first Make-A-Wish over in Saudi Arabia. They helped do the Special Olympics. It's gotten to the point where individuals like Sami Zayn is able to go over there and really kind of invest in his religion and his religious culture. He made a trip to Mecca. He came out in his traditional, in a more religious outfit when he did the main event. Something that he was never able to do for such a long time due to Stanley. He got his chance to do that, and people embraced him and loved him for it. And I thought it was a beautiful thing to see.
It was a beautiful thing to see.
It was
and all of that doesn't excuse the war crimes and crimes against humanity their government commits. And don't worry, our government commits them too.
Yes, we do.
Don't get me wrong there either. But it doesn't mean like just because 9/11 happened that they can't do business in exchange and culture.
Yeah.
Because that is how people change. Exchanges of culture is how people change. It's what makes America so uniquely great. There's so many different cultures that we get to share and experience together.
Yeah.
So, you can be upset, but just put the boycott on saying you shouldn't do business with them because their government's bad. I think that's just as silly as people saying you shouldn't go shop at Target because they changed their pride flag colors. It's just ridiculous. It's just very, very silly, especially when there's bigger problems and bigger fish to fry with these issues that the country clearly has.
Yeah, and it's the other thing is that like I said, separating the people from the government, which is another topic.
Yes.
You go in.
It's very, very important.
Yeah.
You have to do that.
Yeah, no, it is very important. And look, they're spreading joy. Wrestling's fun. I don't care where it's at. I love watching wrestling. I'll watch it anywhere.
And I love watching them enjoy wrestling.
That too.
Like more than other people. Like I really enjoyed watching the Puerto Ricans love wrestling, but for some reason I like watching Saudi Arabians enjoy it even more.
You know what it is? Because they're invested. They're invested as much, if not more than us.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, there's still parts of their culture that restrict, like, I don't know if this is Saudi Arabia in particular. It might be Iran or Iraq. I don't know the exact country, but they're actually more kind to people being transgender because it's illegal to be gay. So if you are a gay man, you are by law required to get transgender surgery.
Yeah, it's
because you can't be gay.
It has to be country specific. Like I said, I don't know the info on that. We'd have to do more research. But
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, but all in all, these events are going to keep going, and it's going to be a good thing. You got to exchange culture. You got to get other people from around the world to know each other, and that is always a positive thing. And WWE was one of the companies that helped to spearhead that with Saudi, and I think overall it is a promising and a good thing. But let's move along from this to guess what, folks? Tony Khan has another announcement for the umpteenth week in a row. Okay, so let's go through the Tony Khan announcements here. So a couple weeks ago, he said Collision was coming, the worst kept secret in all of wrestling. He then said last week that not only are we bringing Collision on Saturdays to TNT because it's just WCW Saturday Night or Monday Nitro in disguise. Look at the goddamn logo. But he said we're going to be in business when CM Punk again because that always goes well for everybody. But CM...
Dude, Tony Khan sounds so unexcited to announce that too. He's like, CM Punk will be back. Yay.
Yeah.
K Murphy, what's your reaction to Mr. Charles Michael Punk being back?
Chick
I
Magnet
knew
Punk.
he was coming back. Of course I'm excited. That's my boy. However, like I want to see how they approach him coming back because that media scrum was an embarrassment.
Yeah, you think?
It was
Such an embarrassment.
Like this is the thing. If I feel like that press conference I really hope that he was able to is able to salvage what he could have had. Like that could have been like the true. It could have been the fucking summer of Punk, and instead he was unhinged and chugging Spindrift. So I'm hopeful that it'll be good, but I'm nervous.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna be I'm gonna prioritize AEW again.
Oh.
This is what happens every time CM Punk comes back, and I know I'm not the only person that feels that way.
They do need. So my question for you, Kay, is this: so Tony Khan tonight is going to announce the main event of the first AEW Collision. This is his announcement. He's announcing the first main event of Collision. Kay Murphy, what is Collision's first ever main event?
My original guess was probably Punk and Jericho.
Oh, okay.
But now I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Punk and Jericho is interesting enough where people will watch that. People will want to see that.
Jericho's looking rough these days, though, I'm not gonna lie.
Even better. Make Punk look great.
Yeah, here's
Okay. Fuck it, I stick by it.
So Tony Khan's gonna come out and be like, Collision, the biggest wrestling show of the last 6 months. The main event. We got CM Punk versus all of you. He's gonna fucking apologize. Then drops the mic.
You know, here's what it is. The main event is going to be CM Punk versus the media. It's going to be a live media scrum in the middle of the ring.
Oh my god, dude, Punk versus Meltzer.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes.
No.
Give it to me. Give it to
Punk, Meltzer and Alvarez in a 2-in-1 handicap match versus CM Punk.
Live.
He comes up to the AFI song.
It's gonna have the media scrum. It's gonna be called the media scrum match.
Dude, what would Dave Meltzer's entrance song be?
Oh, probably not Welcome Back, Cotter. The Leave It to Beaver theme song.
Oh god, that's a good one.
Ooh.
I was thinking, when Kilby the woohoo.
Yeah, I know that one.
He loves Japan so much.
Yeah.
Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo.
Yeah, that's what I think. Fretzlemania, who's watching our show live right now on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, is going to be giving us what the main event is. So we will get back to that. So we don't know what the main event of Collision is, but we do know that there have been announcements from AEW that they just leaked online and didn't make a big deal out of it for their upcoming, their pay-per-view at the end of the month called Forbidden Door. And the first of those announcements is that we're getting Okada versus Bryan Danielson.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, that's not a special announcement. That's just, oh, hey, by the way, Okada versus no build, no nothing. Okada versus Bryan Danielson, Sunday, June 25th at Forbidden Door in Toronto, Canada. If Canada's Canada's not on fire before then. So that is one of the first matches. This is honestly. This is a dream match. I've seen Okada wrestle, and Okada's so fucking smooth. And
I might buy the pay-per-view then.
And Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, is just a freaking wizard of the mat. And I don't even think this is a main event. This is just the match. Okay, this is just the match on the card. That's wild. Okay. What are your thoughts on? I mean, Will, you're so inspired, you might actually want to buy this pay-per-view.
Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah. It's I'm not a fan of New Japan. I don't watch New Japan. I haven't watched AEW in months. But it's just okay, we're just gonna do an all-star game. I like all-star games. I do. Who doesn't like an all-star game?
The NFL doesn't like an all-star game.
Who doesn't like a slam dunk contest,
That's
right?
true.
Who doesn't like the trick shot challenge in hockey? No one watches the Pro Bowl except for maybe Ricky.
No, I didn't watch it this year. I did not watch it this year.
On paper, it's a good idea. So yeah, I'm all about this. Yeah, I think it's I'll watch it. Fuck it, sure. How much? $50? Fine.
50-60, yeah. So also, there was another match that was announced as well. The IWGP United States Championship held by Kenny Omega will be putting his title on the line against the aerial assassin Will Ospreay. That is
Holy shit.
that is the other match that has been announced for Forbidden Door. Again, these announcements didn't get special announcements from Tony Khan because Tony Khan's too busy trying to figure out what is going to be the main event of Collision. But we're going to tell
Who
you.
do I want to put CM
Can
Punk
I
up
j-
against?
Can I just say that like 2016 me is like salivating.
Is it really okay?
Oh my god, yeah. I would have fucking been all over this shit. I am all over this shit. I find it rude that Forbidden Door is the same night as Pride.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Kay.
Me too. This happened last year too.
Well, we will have boots on the ground. Fretzelmania will be in attendance. He's got floor seats, the Forbidden Door.
Freds, that's great.
Yes.
Yeah, I just fucking wow.
Yeah. Fretz has floor seats to Forbidden Door. He's probably going to try to get pictures or whatever he's going to do. Just try not to lose your voice before the show actually starts, Fretz. It's going to be...
Yeah, Fretz, if you boot out your nephew or whoever and give me a ticket instead, I'll forgive you for poisoning New York.
Yeah, so Forbidden Door is shaping up to be a wild time. So honestly, folks, here's we have kind of we kind of have another generic show next week. Week after that, we're doing a preview of Forbidden Door. Week after that, we're doing a preview of Money in the Bank.
Money for the marks, baby.
It's going to be summer. Summer is kicking up real quick. Real soon. Forbidden Door and then Money in the Bank weeks away from each other. Great American Bash is actually coming back too for NXT. They're doing that. They're on the road again. They are going to be in Dallas for Great American Bash because that just seems appropriate, to be honest with you.
Is it a
It is a premium
like
live event. It's a Peacock.
live
It's a
event,
Peacock.
like a TV special?
Yep, it's a Peacock special.
Peacock.
Yep.
All right, word. Good. That's good for
Yeah,
them.
no, they're traveling again. It's very, very good for them to continue down that road. But let's move on to the rest of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, we finally got everything that we wanted for, kind of. Roman Reigns has one belt now.
Thank God.
So what you're seeing right now is a picture of Roman Reigns that he posted to his social media with the new belt. There's a little bit, yes, looks very much the same as the belts he had before, except for the fact that the background is now gold and the W's have now black stones instead of white stones.
Yeah, dude, they just switched the colors. Like,
The
that's all they
other
did.
thing that
It's so gaudy.
I love it.
I hate it.
I knew
don't
it.
like
I knew it. So I love how you say gaudy too, because that makes your New Yorker come out really thick.
Gaudy.
Gaudy.
Oh, Brittany, you understand? This bitch was just being fucking gaudy.
So I do want to point something out to both of you. Visually, we can now say yes, Seth has a belt, Roman has a belt. However, if you look closely in that picture, it says in Roman's belt, doesn't say Universal Champion, doesn't say WWE Universal Champion. It says Undisputed Champion. Seth Rollins officially has a secondary title.
It's a tertiary. I still consider it tertiary. Like, although Romans does look like it's just you spilt honey, like spicy brown mustard on it.
Honestly, when I first saw it, when I watched the show live, I was like, maybe, but then like I saw it like without all of the like stage lights on it because it's freaking glistening.
Oh, did we lose Ricky?
Ricky?
I think we
Hello?
lost Ricky K.
The reason I was thinking about it is I painted my nails. They're like light purple, and I put
There
this
we
like
go.
pinky purple glitter on it. And as a child, hi Ricky.
Hey, sorry about that.
I
Lost some
painted
sound real quick.
I
Sorry,
did
sorry
wanna-
Ricky. We're still recording. We're still live.
Yeah, that's
as
good.
we
I
were.
got you.
I did want to. I went to like a birthday party at one of those like plastic, and I painted a telephone, and it was lilac with pink glitter on it, and my nails look exactly like my project.
I still have all my plaster playtime
That's
paintings at
the-
home. They're trash.
Oh, boo-hoo. But yeah, no. So that title, can you guys hear me? Right? You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, we got
All right,
you.
cool.
Yes.
Your picture's frozen. but we
I
got
know.
you.
I look very animated in that. I'll be fixing that very, very soon.
You're so excited.
I'm very
It's
excited
like someone.
about
It's
it.
like someone showed you tits. You're like, whoa.
It's like
Whoa.
Ricky went to Bourbon Street.
Oh, I did go to Bourbon
Yeah.
Street. I had a great
Yeah,
time.
you threw beads at someone.
I threw beads at someone. I emceed Bourbon Street as well. If everybody remembers that, that was a good time. So pretty crazy stuff. So Roman's got a new belt, and he is still the number one guy as told by WWE in that amazing video package.
Oh, so good.
Kay, have you seen this video package?
I did. I'm caught up.
Yeah.
Yeah, their timeline was really cool.
Yeah, it was really it was
I was like, damn, AJ had it for over 300
Yeah,
days,
he
like
had a
a
great
full
run.
year. He had the title for over a full year.
I forgot about that, honestly.
AJ had a pretty crazy run for everything that he went through. I mean, I'm also surprised they also put in CM Punk's run as well.
Yeah, CM Punk's was in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bro.
Very interesting that they added the Punkster with that, but good for them. Good for them. All right, moving over real quick. But also in that same segment, as well as I'll just go black as I am on social media. But anyway, also in that same segment for Roman Reigns title, we have one of the greatest cliffhangers in the history of pro wrestling at this point, because we need to find out whether or not Jey is going to choose the Bloodline or not.
Oh man, him kicking his brother in the face would be fucking wild.
The pop would be outrageous.
I mean, they've had some crazy pops to begin with, but now we're doing.
Could you imagine? No, if you book it out, hold out just a little bit where Uso versus Uso at Survivor Series. Could you imagine?
It'd be nuts. I love having that Sammy pop from the Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, we know that Solo has picked the Bloodline. Jimmy obviously has not picked the Bloodline. So what's Jey gonna do? That is the biggest. It's the biggest soap opera in wrestling. I literally had a friend over watching wrestling for the first time, totally in love with Roman and everything, and
That tracks.
they were on the edge of their seat during this entire segment. It was the most excited they have been for anything that we watched, besides Pretty Deadly coming up, because Pretty Deadly is really fucking funny.
I don't like them like at all.
They're an acquired taste at this point.
They're fucking boring to me.
Wouldn't you love Pretty Deadly before?
No,
I thought you did.
literally never.
Oh.
No.
They're an acquired taste. Oh,
I always felt that they were mid. Good for them. I'm happy for them. It's not my thing.
fair enough. Fair enough. So here's the question: who does Jey go to? Well, Tarashak.
Dude, don't put me on a spot like this. Maybe it says he does it the Rumble and picks neither and just bitches out and just leaves, walks out.
He chooses himself.
That won't
Love
happen.
is the
That won't
answer.
happen. You know that.
Love is the
You
answer.
know that.
You can't do the Zeus! You can't make me choose! Oh, Zeus! What are you doing? What are you doing? I can't, dude. I don't think.
Hold on. KKK. All right, so that was Will's Jey. Will, do the Roman.
Oh God. Jey, you gotta choose. No, hang on.
Come on.
No.
You gotta pick the Bloodline, or you gotta pick your brother. You gotta acknowledge me.
I
Still
respectfully chop.
explain.
The Roman's hard doing this on the spot.
That's very true. All right, fair enough. Oh man, but yeah, I don't.
You gotta be the guy.
Oh man, this is so compelling. I don't know where it goes from here. So let's say if Jey actually does leave the Bloodline, does him and Jimmy just go back to regular Usos?
That's the thing. The Bloodline has set up a really hard kind of once the Bloodline imploded, which we knew it was going to, it kind of leaves them in a where the fuck are they going to end up? Because literally anything less than what they were doing will most likely be a downgrade.
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be really hard.
They're gonna, I guarantee you, they will be feuding with the New Day again in 3 months.
Aren't all of them hurt, or is Kofi still on TV?
I don't know.
Well, Big E hasn't been cleared.
Yeah, which
Which is
take your time. You broke your neck.
Yeah.
Like, I would not be shocked if he never came back ever.
I know. I believe I think they just don't have anything for Kofi Xavier at this point. They're just chilling.
Yeah, I think Xavier's injured too.
Potentially.
His knee or something.
Yeah.
Or is Kofi's the one that's still hurt?
It's
That's
Kofi.
what it
Kofi's still hurt too. It's Kofi. Which is fine. Kofi's getting up there in age. Which again, perfectly fine for Kofi. Take some time off. They've done enough in their career. They're all going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter at this point. Just chill out. But I get it. But again, most compelling thing in all of wrestling. But I am going to be missing Paul Heyman. Kind of being Paul.
I liked Paul Heyman carrying 2 belts.
Yeah, I did too. I miss
me
it.
too.
I miss it a lot. Oh well. Shit happens. Alright. Moving on to this. This is how big the segment, and this is something that WWE does really well, is talk about their accomplishments. That past segment, the Bloodline segment, in particular, 40 million views. This was reported on Monday during Raw. 40 million.
That's
Tony
wild.
Khan's a demo god, guys.
I'm the demo god, actually.
You're a demo gay.
You're a demo gay.
I wish we would have made a shirt for that this year. Call you the demo gay shirt.
We still can.
We still can
It's
make
first
demo.
Pride.
Let's work on it, Kay.
Great, got it.
Demo gay shirts. That would be great. We're gonna rush order them for everybody.
Hulk Hogan, you are worse than an airport tuna sandwich.
What?
God, what a tweet.
But yes, this is the power of the Bloodline. WWE at this point is kicking on all cylinders. Like, it's pretty gross how efficient they're running right now. And the Bloodline segment is just one of those segments. But moving on to what I think was the highlight of Raw, Dom Mysterio just gets heat for days.
He doesn't even do anything.
He's just there.
Just alive.
He just looks like a piece of shit. Like, honestly, it's the tattoos. It's the tattoos
Do
he
you know
already
what he
had.
reminds me of? And it's like really specific.
What?
Please.
So obviously both of y'all lived on Long Island.
I
So
still
you
live
all
on
have been
Long
to a
Island.
Kohl's. You still live on Long Island.
Yeah.
So
So do UK.
y'all technically. I don't want to hear it.
Don't be that person, Kay.
but-
Don't be that person.
Oh, I am.
Don't
that,
be
I'm
that
1,000% that person. I am 1,000% that person. Anyway, fucking. Oh my god, I lost my train of thought.
Dom
Dominic
reminds you
Mysterio,
of, yeah.
Kohl's.
Yes, Coles. What about Coles?
The men's section of Kohl's, specifically the Tony Hawk brand of Kohl's, that is what Dominic Mysterio reminds me of.
Good analogy. Good analogy. So here's
you.
my question, and I'll pose this to you, Kay, since we're on you right now and I don't feel like switching screens.
Valid.
Is Dom Mysterio the best heel in all of wrestling?
No. Well,
Ooh.
it's Iron Sheik, but he's dead. So,
That's still performing, Kay.
you didn't specify.
I thought all of wrestling would have really tipped you off about it.
I don't have an answer. My funny answer, once again, for this will be the internet wrestling community is the greatest heel in wrestling.
Touche.
But I don't know. I think Dominic Mysterio gets heel heat because he's fucking annoying, not because he's good at being a heel.
Interesting. Well, what are your thoughts?
I think he's great at being a heel because he knows, because he gets the reaction and he plays off of it. And other heels in the business get that cool heat. Like, yeah, we boo Roman, but we all on our knees acknowledging our tribal chiefus. Like, that's just what we do. I'm trying to think of like other heels. Rhea's also a great heel. Rhea Ripley's a great heel.
Rhea's outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rhea and Dom work great together. So two of them together, I think, is the best heels in wrestling. MJF is a good heel. People like MJF. Like, no one likes Dom.
I feel like
No one
I feel
likes
like
Dom.
MJF lost his steam.
I would agree with that too.
I
Asuka,
disagree.
Asuka's a heel, but she's just freaky and mists you. So it's not really a heel.
Heel is.
Brock is a heel who's loved. Like, what other heels are there? There's not many heels out there.
No,
Finn's a shitty heel.
yeah.
Demon Priest is a shitty heel. LA Knight is a cool heel.
Yeah.
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 Gunther's a good heel, but he's not hated. You know what I mean, he's just a bad guy.
Oh, they're going to give Gunther good
He's
heel heat.
respected.
Yeah, Gunther's respect. That's a good way of putting it, Kay. Gunther's respected, but we acknowledge him as a heel.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want him to win, but he earns the respect. So, yeah, I would say Dom is the top heel in wrestling.
Yeah, no, I think Dom has to be the top heel in wrestling.
In terms of the classic definition of what a heel is supposed to be and what a heel is.
Yeah, he gets heel heat. It's one of those things like his heat is really bad, but it's good heat. It's good heat.
Yeah.
And honestly, he's of all the heels that you even mentioned, well, in comparison to other heels that are currently in the business or currently hold titles. Number one, Dom's mentioned on multiple shows that aren't WWE, which I thought was really interesting. Number two, he works the crowd like no one's business. He's so good at just continuing to get that heat. It's like, oh, it wasn't piped in at all, Frets. But it's like when we booed Roman for like 10 minutes straight, but it's like that for Dom all the time.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal, and he's holding his own with the likes of people like The Miz and Cody Rhodes, who are some of the top talkers in the business.
Yeah. Yeah, the Miz did a good job. The Miz did a good job playing it
It
up.
was crazy because not only was it because like if you look at that segment again from that perspective, The Miz helped give him more heat, and so did Rhea.
Yeah, so did Cody.
Yeah, at different times. They all, and it's cool to see, but they all are literally just helping Dom just elevate him more and more. I love how Cody was like, yeah, no, don't boo Dom.
Don't boo Dom. Whatever will you do? Like that's what I mean by a good heel too. Like you can get the heat, but you gotta know how to keep the heat and use the heat and use it against the crowd.
Yeah, and he does that.
And
real
Dom's
well.
Dom's really good at it, especially because who did he learn it from? Ray was never a heel.
Yeah.
Like, ever in his career.
I don't
Ray
know.
has never been a heel.
Yeah.
It's like, where did he learn to be this good of a heel? I guess Eddie is his dad.
That has to be the case. So I mean,
he does remind me of Eddie too, like a lot. Not just the look and the hair, specifically the look and the hair, but the mannerisms are very much heel Eddie Guerrero in WCW.
Yeah. Yeah. Dom just has heat for existing. That is very correct, Frets. He just has heat for existing. And it's great. It's great. It also shows you how beloved Ray is.
You got it from Chavito, too. Ooh, Chavo!
Chavo's too busy trying to fight the LWO. And Chavo...
Dude, Chavo just wants a job, right? That's what Chavo wants. Him and Conan, they both want...
Listen, I'll give Conan a job, damn it.
Oolale! That was his whole thing. Oolale!
I love me some Conan.
He's such a cholo. Can I say that cholo? Is that a word I can say?
Maybe. I've hung out with Conan. Conan's a dope dude. Anywho, moving on.
Oh, Conan sounds like the shit.
Yeah, Conan's awesome. Money in the Bank is coming up, folks. We already had some qualifying matches for Money in the Bank. So currently, here are our participants for the men's and women's Money in the Bank as we know it so far. About half the field has already been selected. For the women, we have the queen of the LWO, Chancla and everything. And I love how Zelina has made the Chancla a part of her gimmick now. Zelina Vega.
Oh, the sandal.
Yes, it's a Chancla.
Yeah.
Yes. Becky Lynch, because you need somebody to really guide everybody through this match, and newcomer and protege to Trish Stratus, Zoe Stark, is in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. They have qualified thus far. In the men's, we have Ricochet, because someone has to do flippy shit. Shinsuke Nakamura, seriously, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Knight beating Montez Ford in a fantastic match. SmackDown has been doing longer matches, which is really, really cool. So out of these two, K. Murphy, out of these two matches, men and women, who wins right now with the current roster of people in the match?
LA Knight is winning the men's, and who's in the women's again?
You have Zelina, Becky, and Zoe Stark.
I could see Becky or Zoe for the women. But LA Knight 1,000,000%.
For me, it's right now, I do not see Ricochet. I feel like Ricochet, all right, so, Will, do you remember when Ricochet debuted in New Orleans?
Hell yeah, how could I forget?
Yeah. I feel like they're gonna do all of that to him again. He was like Ricochet debuted in NXT and then WWE in New Orleans in a ladder match, and they made him a crash test dummy.
They're like, hey, you're coming in as what we call in the business a rag doll. You are going to get thrown around by Snitsky over here. Lars, pay attention. You're in this too. You were going to throw this guy around. Yes, sir.
Yes, we'll give you one springboard moonsault. Yes, all right, to the outside in front of everybody. I got it. Yes, you got that. But you're going up a couple of ladders.
Yeah, and through a couple ladders.
Yeah.
I would love to see LA Knight with that briefcase, but problem is he's on SmackDown.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, he could easily go to Raw and cash it on.
Are
Seth.
you insinuating that he would go for a world title? Because last year we had Austin Theory go for the U.S.
Yeah, dude, there's two of them now. One of them's not held by Roman. Yeah, he's gonna go after the world title. Like, yeah, I hated what they did with Austin Theory, but it was better than the alternative.
Yeah,
in that situation, it made sense, and he sold it well. He's like, "Listen, man, I tried 3 times, and the guy's on. So what the fuck did you want me to do?" Which is just like, yeah, kayfabe, that makes sense.
I also love. Remember when he tried to cash in on Roman in England, and Tyson Fury punched him in the face.
Oh yeah,
fuck out. It was great. So yeah, but he still go after the world title. I don't know who else is going to be in this. I can't imagine who else is going to be in this. But yeah, I would love to see LA Knight with it.
It's the thing with the Money in the Bank is that the rules are very clear, but they're also very vague. It's an any title, anywhere, anytime. And we've had the Money in the Bank briefcase show up on NXT Raw and SmackDown last year as well.
Yeah.
So they can go anywhere. My question, the next question I have is that there have been rumors, and it's confirmed yet. Would you guys like to see one slot for an NXT participant?
I think it'd be really cool if they won it and took it to NXT and then cashed in on Carmelo Hayes. I think that'd be really cool.
Ooh.
Oh, that would be cool.
Carmelo Hayes is dealing with a revitalized Baron Corbin right now.
It's more
That's
of this
cool.
like. It's more of like, hey, man, if you got to try and get people to watch NXT, the Money in the Bank briefcase could be helpful.
Yeah, no, I do like that idea because it also kind of lets you know that any champion is on notice within WWE.
Yeah, you got to give it a Braun Breaker, though.
Honestly, that can work.
Yeah,
that can work.
He's a heel.
Heel Braun Breaker.
Money in the Bank is made for heels.
Heel Braun Breaker
Unless
is
you're
fantastic.
Unless you're the women, it's made to cash in on the same night.
Yeah, I hope that trend stops this year too as well. Probably not. But also, I think it was a WWE Digital exclusive. Braun Breaker has challenged Seth Rollins for the world title.
Nice.
Ooh.
That'd be a fun match.
Yes.
Honestly, LA Knight and Seth Rollins would be a really fun feud.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad
That would be
Seth's
fun.
with Finn Balor, but he's gonna beat the fuck out of him.
Just don't separate his shoulder again, Seth, for God's sake.
Yeah, separate his knee.
Oh, God.
He's fine. Let's do the other joint.
Yeah, when he threw Damian Priest on Monday, I was like, oh, fuck, not again. Not again. Although, I will say this, and they're very slowly hinting at it, JD McDonough is joining Judgment Day.
What?
Probably.
I'm calling it clear as day. JD McDonough is going to join Judgment Day. He's either going to usurp Finn, because there are holes in Judgment Day, or Finn is going to bring him in. That's what I think's happened. I love JD McDonough. He almost killed Dolph, and I love him more and more for that. So, but Money in the Bank is going to be wild. Thank God it's at 3 and not at 1, like Night of Champions was. You can actually get like kind of half a day in before you actually have to watch this event, except if you're in Canada, because Canada Day.
Are you doing anything July 1st?
It's a
No, nothing's on the
Saturday.
calendar.
Yeah.
Nothing's on the calendar.
Not going to a bed and breakfast
good.
in New England.
No, I'm not.
I don't think I.
We are doing a one of them dinner cruises around New York City.
Oh,
fun.
fancy.
Our 3-year anniversary is next Tuesday.
Ooh. What did you get?
How many?
3 years.
3
Oh, that's
years.
exciting.
What'd you get her?
Fucking
What'd you
nuts.
get her? Don't tell her. I know she's in the room, but you can tell us.
No, she's actually not in the room. We don't do gifts like that. We buy each other the boat cruise food dinner thing on New York City. It's buffet
Cute.
style. Fucking pumped, dude. Yeah, so much food.
Does the cruise have a theme?
No, I don't think so. Dude, the fees for this fucking... Can I go on a sidebar here? The fees for this
Yeah.
thing
Go
are
ahead.
fucking ridiculous. The tickets were... So we paid... It was $150 each. And then it was like $40 of fees. So $150 each. I was like, okay, that's fine. It's a 3-hour cruise.
Was
around
the
New York
cruise
City, great
sponsored
view.
by Ticketmaster?
No, we bought it on their website.
By Ticketmaster?
So, probably, honestly. So it was $150 each, 3 hours, food included. You got to pay for booze. You got to use the city. It's like, oh, that's fine. But then it was like there was just fees for just stupid things. Let's see if I can pull up the receipt because it was just like so there are fees.
Mhm.
Then you pay taxes on the fees. I was like,
Ugh.
what kind of bullshit is this?
So you have like processing fee, taxes, and all of that stuff.
Not even like processing fees. It's like a convenience fee. Let's see if I can find it. As you guys
It's a processing fee, yeah.
Let's go see if I can do
Like, doing
That's
anything in New York City is fucking expensive, but that's ridiculous.
Okay, let's see if I can find it. Yep, here it is. All right, so there's activity. So there's activity tax. What the fuck
An
is an
activity
activity
tax?
tax? What the fuck is a $17 activity tax? And then there's
Because
the ad.
You're
Go ahead,
doing
Kay.
an activity. You're doing
Okay.
an activity.
Yeah, so is walking in the park. Getting taxed for that. So is having sex in the subway. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everything's an activity. Going to a Yankee game is an activity. There's no activity fee for that.
Mhm.
Then there's a $60 admin fee,
Really?
which, what the fuck does that
Ooh,
mean?
collision announcement incoming.
Oh, collision announcement incoming. Ooh, that's what we're going to end the show with. We're going to end the show with an announcement about collision. I am so not excited for this.
Oh,
Punk and FTR versus
FTR.
Joe and Bullet Club and Jay White. Okay.
Bitch.
So on top of the admin fee was the admin tax, and then $16 of just fees. They don't tell me what it was. Just fees. That might have been like gas and like actual fees for the boat. So that one make
That's
fucking ridiculous, dude. It was an extra. It was an extra. How many dollars in fees? 15, 60, 70, 75. It's like an extra $90 of fees.
that's gross.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be $130 per ticket, but the total was an extra. So that's what, $260. It was an extra $90. It was almost $100 of fees in taxes. So I'm leaving. I don't care how good the cruise is. I'm leaving a 1-star review. But yeah, everything was great. Service was phenomenal. $800 of fees. Go fuck yourself. Fuck your Google rating.
Absolutely not. I was just
Yeah,
gonna
what's
ask
the food like?
menu.
I don't know, but it's Cornucopia Cruise Line.
So they better have a cornucopia amount of fucking food.
That's my favorite
Is it really?
word. Cornucopia is my favorite word.
Administrative free sales tax, gratuities. Oh, and gratuities aren't included.
What are you gonna do
course
with
it's
gratuities?
not.
It's a buffet.
Oh, the bar.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so this collision main event, this first ever collision main event, as we're ending the show on this shenanigans, and that's my favorite word of shenanigans. Punk and FTR, because those are probably the only two guys that'll work with him, versus Samoa Joe and Bullet Club Gold, which is Jay White and Juice are aware, because Bullet Club has another fucking subsection of themselves. Because everybody just needs to be different. Yeah, it's
Oh,
Bullet Club
Gold?
Gold. That's Jay White and Juice, I believe. So yeah, essentially what we're getting at Collision is a house show main event. Hope you guys are happy. Saturday. So, okay, are you going to be watching on Saturday at 8 when it comes out?
Yes, I will. I will be out of work by 6 p.m. So, my social life is going to be ruined.
Oh well, it happens.
CM Punk every
So
Saturday.
here's my thing. This has to be. I need them to bring back the Nitro set or a Nitro style set for this to work for me.
I want to see if there's new merch yet.
For AW Collision.
For
Dude.
Punk.
I hope they get Mongo McMichael to do commentary.
Mongo.
I was going to ask, is there did they announce the
No, that'll
commentary
probably
team
be
yet?
next week, Kay.
Oh god.
There's going to be announcements upon announcements about everything. Tony Khan needs to stop making announcements about anything. But And that's all we got this week, folks. This concludes our show this week. So thank you guys for joining us. And welcome back, Kay Murphy. Kay Fabe,
Thank
sorry.
you. I'm glad to be
gay.
back.
I'm not gonna lie, Kay,
demo gay.
I'm really excited to do a demo gay shirt. I have this crazy, I have a semi-crazy idea. We're gonna talk about it on the post show.
I'll say we'll talk
Or
offline.
yeah, we'll talk offline. Talking offline works as well because Kay, you're gonna still be around for a little couple rounds of Am I the Asshole? Yes. We've had some fun ones. There's one I found on TikTok that we used.
But only for a little bit because I would like to go play Disney Dream.
Of course. I have to get back to that game. I haven't played in a while.
So the new update came out today, and I'm fucking pissed. I'm having a crisis. We'll talk about it on the post show.
Okay, Will Tarasuk, whenever you're ready, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
it
that's
is.
my job, isn't it? No.
You are the audio guy.
Where is it?
There it is.
I was stalling on purpose.
Graceful.
Don't worry, we've only been doing this for like 6, 7 years. Whatever. Numbers don't count. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 343, Sheiky, baby. And Sheiky has really blacked out my own camera for this show. Oh, well, shit happens when you party naked. I'm just in my natural form. I'm smiling, you just can't see it. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets whenever I return to social media because I am blacked out, just like the square you're looking at on this video. Find Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR_podcast across all social media. Like, share, subscribe, leave us 5-star reviews, or just leave us a review in general, please. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Taquan does it to us all the time, but we need more people like Taquan. Kind of. Anywho, follow Wrestle Addict Radio and listen to us by subscribing to Wrestle Addict Radio wherever you listen to all of your podcasts. And follow Wrestle Addict Radio socials at addict_wrestle on Twitter and Wrestle Addict Radio everywhere else. The links to all of that stuff, including some of our great merch. Look out for a Demo Gay shirt coming soon in the description below. Will Tarashuk.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Will Tarashuk, T as in Thomas, ARASHUK. This morning I dropped a podcast talking with Tarashuk with a man named Andrew Hutton, who is the founder and CEO of Day One, which is a cohort.
Day One-ish or Day One?
It's Day One, no ish.
Okay,
I
no
told
ish.
him if we went to ish, he didn't get it.
Oh, boo.
He is a part. He is the owner of the cohort fellowship, whatever fucking thing I joined, helping me with business stuff and filming my thing. I now have a target customer. So if you know CPAs, send them my way. People who have newsletters, send them my way. I'm gonna try and get them to do podcasting shit. Yeah. T as in Thomas, ARASH, United Kingdom. K Murphy.
Demo Gay.
Demo Gay.
It is me, the demo gay. Once again, we're at the point of the show where I'm too hot to think of anything good.
Not surprised.
So, you can find me across all social media platforms at KFabe, KAE_Fabe, FABE. I almost said my old social media handle because I'm so used to saying it. But, yeah. I want to play Disney. What's going on?
Yeah, so we'll get you to that. When we come back next week, I bet you folks we'll have another goddamn Tony Khan announcement. Hopefully, my computer won't crap out on me midway through the show. My apologies about that. And yeah, we're just gonna get one week closer to Forbidden Door and money for the marks and all of that fun stuff because the trio is back together and we're gonna be working on a guest host for Money for the Marks. I have just kind of confirmed that during the show in the comments if you have been paying attention and following. So until then, folks, goodbye. Good night. We'll see you soon. And fuck you, Slack. I blame Slack for all of this shit in Canada, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't do that earlier.
Dude, I forgot he was Canadian.
Honestly, Fred's was already there, and
Midnight
it was just easier.
It is easier. It's much easier.
You know what we should do? We should pull up a wrestler's court. And
my God.
we should and we should just attack Slack for the Canadian wildfires.
Well, wait a minute. Wasn't Mr. Freth like grilling meat recently?
Oh yeah, you were grilling all that meat, Freds.
I find it very suspicious that Mr. Freth was grilling meat, then all of a sudden,
Fire.
New York New York City is poison. I say.
Yeah, not only was he grilling meat, Kay, he was smoking meat.
smoke.
Mm.
Just like the smoky quality of the air in New York City.
That's very, very true.
Editing.
Oh my god, my friend sent me the weirdest meme ever, and this might be true. So, Will, I know this, you'll enjoy this for this is dark humor. And Kay, you might enjoy this too. So apparently it says, nurse arrested for using a dead patient's debit card to buy snacks after the patient passed away. And Snickers replied, "You're not you when you're hungry."
Stop.
Amazing.
Fucking stop it.
Oh my god, I love all of that. Dude, Snickers is like, what would Wendy's do?
Yo, Wendy, whoever runs Wendy's social media, like,
Give them all the money.
masterclass in social media management.
Yo, they're just lucky if they didn't get fired the first time they did it.
Did you?
No, literally.
So, Kay, were you on TikTok when Wendy's did the roasting day and they roasted people's TikToks to them?
No. Oh god.
So Wendy's has her own account, and so they animated the Wendy's girl, and so like she speaks to everybody. She roasted Baron Corbin. It was amazing.
What did she say?
She's like, "Which one are you again? Are you happy, Corbin? Are you broke, Corbin?"
Are you hungry,
my God,
Corbin? 'Cause you're not getting Wendy's, bitch.
I forgot about Poverty Corbin.
Yes. Oh, by the way, folks, so positive, the air quality dropped to 313. It's not 324 anymore. So progress.
For us.
The AQI. Oh my god, what a wreck.
According to my phone, it's 275.
Oh, so I have it worst? God damn it.
I don't know what the numbers mean.
The higher, the worse it is.
Well, I figured that, but what's like normal?
So, like,
Zero-ish.
according to my phone, there's a bar, and it goes from green is the good end all the way till this very deep red is the bad.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm in magenta.
So am I. I'm in magenta too.
Hold on, I'm gonna take a screenshot of that and send it to
So,
chat.
Will, if you want to look it up, it's the air quality index, or AQI.
Right, okay.
And you can...
What are like normal numbers?
Can I just say that, like, why do we keep living through these, like, insane life events? I'm, like, fucking tired of it.
So I'm
like,
aware. All right, so we'll just let you know, 0 to 50 is the good scale.
Nice.
Anything, so, and the quality, like, when it gets real bad, magenta is, like, 300 to 400, 300 or 400 and above is really, really dark. We're at 313. We're on the bad end of the scale right now.
Like, you can see in the screenshot I sent of my weather app, it says my location. Like, right now, Astoria is 275.
Yeah, Bushwick's at 287. I just Googled it real quick.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, also, like, Astoria's by the water, so, like, maybe that's helping.
Yeah, I'm on the south fucking shore. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is bad. This is real bad.
I'm, like, sick of it.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to go outside. I literally, like, all week have been looking forward to going back outside because I've been stuck in my apartment for a week, and now I can't go outside. Again.
Yep.
Oh, fuck, I forget how I did this.
What in the world is this one that I found?
Is this an Am I the Asshole?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Hang on.
Tell me when. Wow, Fred, I like how you called Canadians Sidiots. I like that.
Sidiots.
Sidiots.
I'm dead.
It's supposed to rain on Monday there.
Let's see, what is our weather like for this week?
I mean, if possible, you can. I do love a CM Punk meme that we have up here.
For us, we're supposed to get rain on Friday,
Yeah.
Monday, and Tuesday.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right. So are you guys ready for this? Am I the asshole? I don't know what this is. This seems really weird, but this is gonna be an interesting one. All right. Are you guys ready?
Okay.
Let's
Yes.
do
All
it.
right. Am I the ass? This is the title of this. Am I the asshole for not letting my apartment mate, a 21 female, back inside after she got spat upon by a camel?
What?
Hell yeah, let's go.
Posted 18 hours ago. They state this just happened and it's been super stressful, wondering if I made the right decision. I share an apartment with another woman. We've been decent enough acquaintances. I'm the primary tenant, but she's subleasing and the landlord is okay with that. Apparently, she walked out to this, quote, fair that had all sorts of attractions and animals. It was walking distance about a mile away from our unit. I remember it being advertised, but I myself did not go. Well, to put it plainly, she got spat on by a camel. She texted me shortly after it happened to warn me and that she was coming home. I thought, okay, what's the big deal? Come home. I saw her coming up the steps, looking miserable, through the window and went out to the porch to greet her. And instantly, I was hit with the most unbelievably vile smell I've ever smelled from a good 20 feet away. I really couldn't take it. I got only a whiff and I could feel my stomach churning. I went back inside and closed the door. She came up and tried to get inside with her key, but I was practically begging her, no, whatever happened to you, you can't come in like that. She was yelling, what? I live here, and then was practically crying when she had nowhere else to go. I said, I'm sorry, but there's no way I can't let that smell in here. I could smell her through the door. I was gagging. I suggested that she find a hose or shower somewhere or jump in a creek or something, anything but coming in like that, but she was saying no store would let her in. But I held firm. I held the door closed until she walked away. She came back an hour later soaking wet. Maybe she had jumped in a creek and opened the door. I couldn't just sit there holding it shut all day. And the smell was maybe barely, but still horrific. She jumped straight into the shower, but I can still faintly smell it throughout our whole living room, and it's making me feel absolutely sick. Now we're both furious at each other. I'm mad that she came back in before the smell was gone, and now the whole place smells unbearable. She's furious that I dared to hold the door shut and keep her out, and is saying that she'll be talking to a landlord or a lawyer because that can't be legal, but I don't know what else I could have done. This is dreadful. Yeah, that's the story.
Good luck with a lawyer, because that's probably not going to go anywhere. But yeah, dude, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Like you was
Yes.
locked. I understand she smells like shit, but like, what do you want her to do? You come home to clean off. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can't go home to shower, then
Where are you
the
gonna
fuck
go?
else are you supposed to
There's
shower?
no bath. This isn't like Roman time. There's no bathhouses that you can just go to.
And also, like, not for nothing, like, sending, like, your female roommate out to a creek to go, like, that's unsafe.
Yeah.
Like,
Where are you going to find
like,
creeks
you're
at?
yeah,
dude,
like,
go to a friend's house for a few hours. Like you leave for a few hours while she cleans and airs out the place.
yeah. It's, like, not
Like,
that
yeah,
big
it
a
sucks,
deal.
but like, you know, be considerate. There's stuff you could have done to avoid this shitty situation you're now in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how do you get spit on by a camel?
Camels are vicious, dude.
Yeah, dude, the camels.
I
suck.
also, like, I don't think this bitch went around wanting to get, like, actively wanting to get spit on by a camel.
Yeah, camels will spit.
It's something that, it was like a wrong place, wrong time sort of situation.
Yeah, no one. It's not like she was talking shit to the camel, like they were in like a rap battle or something, and the camel couldn't take it and spit on her. Like,
Oh god, could you imagine?
I could
I
imagine.
can actually.
What if the wait? What if the roommate's Eliza Thornberry?
Stop it.
Yo,
Stop
I love
it.
battle rap.
Oh well, you gotta look up a guy named Anderson Burris if you love battle rap.
Anderson Burris.
Burrus.
And then-
He's great.
R.I.P. Pat's Day.
Oh.
Yeah, he died last year in September.
Yeah. But yeah, no. You gotta let her in. Like, she lives there. She lives like.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you can't just block her out of your apartment because she's stinky. Like, come on, we've all had stinky roommates.
Yeah.
You just gotta deal with it.
It happens.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you gotta, like, yeah. It smells unbearable, but we've all smelled bad shit before. You get fucking over it. It goes away after a while.
It's part of life.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Also, if this person is someone that ends up having children, what are they gonna do? Like, what if their kid gets in a smelly situation?
Yeah.
Do they kick their kid out, send their kid to jump in a river? Like, what kind of person is this girl?
I don't know. Well, I don't know.
That was a good one. Pretty black and white.
Yeah. It was pretty much declared by the group that they were already the asshole. But like the title just got to me. I was like, what?
That's a good title. It's a good title.
This seems weird. Huh, this one's a short one. This is posted by username and MIB Hassle Grumpy Traveler.
Probably.
Okay, love that.
So the title of this one is "Am I the asshole for playing in my backyard with my niece and nephew?"
What were you playing? Were you playing like Shoots and Ladders or like Find My Dick?
The goose? Like, what are you doing? So they say, it's just begun to get hot in the UK and I have booked a few days of annual leave to enjoy it. I decided to host a barbecue on an afternoon for the kids in our family. My niece and nephew, both age 7, came over at around 2 p.m. and had been happily playing on the trampoline for the past couple of hours. I've been playing a game with them where I hide in an upstairs room and spray them with a water gun whilst they are on the trampoline. They loved this and screamed every time I did it. After around 2 hours of the game, one of our neighbors shouted out of the window to shut the kids up as she was trying to work, and all she could hear was the kids screaming even through her closed window. I don't know how that makes anybody upset. Anywho, I responded that it's the middle of the day and we are in my backyard on my property, and I continued playing with my niece and nephew. Am I the asshole for continuing to play this game even though I know it's disrupting my neighbor?
Depends how much longer you're out there, right? If you're out there for like another 6 hours, then yeah, kind of. Like right, or if you go inside right when the workday ends. You know what I mean? Like, but typically, no. I mean, again, but loudness is just a point of perspective, right? It's just like, okay, maybe you're being a little loud, but dude, it's like it's your house. Not like if the neighbor came over and be like, hey man, do you mind? Like, that's one thing. Yeah. But if someone's just screaming from out the window, I'm going to turn that shit up. Like, let's get louder. I mean, it's just going to fucking piss you off. So, like, yeah, you're not an asshole, but you could have been an asshole if you wanted to be.
Yeah, it depends on the situation. It depends on the time of day. Like, I think, like, you're in the privacy of your own home. Like, you can kind of play as you see fit. But there's also a difference between playing with your, like, niece and nephew and throwing like a fucking kegger.
Yeah, like, that's true.
It's a sense of perspective. Like, if you're causing a super huge disturbance, yeah, you're an asshole. But playing with kids, I don't think is that disturbing.
Yeah, it's not. Listen, like every between like
kids yell.
Yeah, between like 8 a.m. and then once again around 3 or so p.m. because people who live in the apartment next to me have kids. And so I hear them screaming and yelling and running around like at those times every day during the week. Because like, yay, school. And that doesn't bother me. Like, it's kids yelling and screaming and like having a good time. They are clearly not in pain.
I'm just glad they're outside.
My apartment building's like next to a park, and I like love seeing kids that are like running around yelling. I'm like, good, you're like outside, like having fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I would never like, if I ever became an old person that like is gonna call a fucking noise complaint on a kid, like, take me out.
Yeah, seriously.
Dude, I wish I saw a backyard and went, oh yeah, we're gonna have fun. Like I don't see that anymore. I go, oh god, I'm gonna have to cut this eventually. I mean, like I wish I had the being whimsical as a kid.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, those were the days. Oh. What in the world? This is an interesting one.
What? Oh, another one?
This is I like the will I be the asshole ones.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
A little bit of future perspective instead of what I did stupid is supposed to help me think if I'm going to do something stupid.
So this is interesting. Okay. So this one says, will I be the asshole if I left my boyfriend for helping his brother? This is a
What do you mean leave? Like break up with them?
yeah. This one's a little long, and this might have international repercussions. This is interesting. So it says, here's the situation. I'm an expat living in Mexico. I live here with my Mexican boyfriend.
What does that mean?
Expatriate, expat.
Does that mean like they renounce their citizenship kind of
I'm
thing?
not sure, but let's take a look. But to get a little bit of clarification.
Yeah, because I'm just getting clear what expat is.
Yeah, I've heard it a bunch of times.
That's what I assumed it meant.
Yeah, I assume it's like you renounce your citizenship and then you move somewhere else. Which,
Oh no,
hey,
it's not
man.
renouncing. So they just live out of a country.
Yeah, so they pay
Oh,
both
okay.
taxes.
They live outside of their native country. They're an expat.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I'm an expat living in Mexico. I live here with my Mexican boyfriend, who I've been with for over 2 years. I love him and our relationship for a long time. I've assumed he is my end game. Ooh, very marvelly. His brother, however, is the dark storm cloud that hangs above our relationship. My boyfriend is from a bad part of Mexico City, very much a ghetto. Somehow my boyfriend rose above and found a way out. The first in his family to do so, and he was truly made something of himself. His brother took a very different path. To put it bluntly, he's a fucking asshole who has no plans of changing. He manipulates the soft part of my boyfriend that wants a happy family, and I hate him for causing someone I love so much constant pain. I don't trust him at all. He has stolen from my boyfriend several times, takes part in gang activity, and is currently incarcerated for 10 years for trying to carry out a gang assassination he was caught in the act doing.
Good
Yeah.
lord.
My boyfriend loves his brother. He has given him every opportunity to be better, offered him work, money, resources, anything he can to get him to change his lifestyle, but his brother refuses to change his ways. I would never try to cut him off from his family, even though I truly think his life would be a lot better if he did so. His brother is younger than him, and I think my boyfriend keeps hoping that one day his brother will grow out of his bad ways, so he always tries to help him. His brother called him from prison today, and I told him his lawyer said if he pays a certain amount of money, he will be able to get his time cut to about 2 years instead of 10-year sentence he currently holds. It's a lot of money, though, and we don't have it. I don't want to go into details here, but his brother informed him that since he's been in jail, he has started doing some super illegal work that pays him. He said he can send my boyfriend the money and he can use that money to fill the gap in what we don't have to help him get this deal. I think this is a terrible idea. It's dirty money, and I don't want my boyfriend to be associated with it. Additionally, if things somehow came around and his illegal activities were connected to us, I would almost certainly be thrown out of the country and probably face legal issues on my own. I don't feel comfortable elaborating on what exactly he's doing, but it's connected to my home country, and I just don't want any association with this. I don't know what to do here. I can't seem to talk my boyfriend out of doing this, and I don't want to leave him, but it changes our relationship if he chooses to help with this, and now it seems like it might be the better option to walk away. So, would I be the asshole for leaving if he helps his brother?
No.
I agree. Yeah, it's very, very hard.
That's a tough choice.
It's like you're not saying him or me, right? You're choosing for him, which is different.
Yeah, it almost becomes a matter of self-preservation at that point too.
It's it's 1000% a safety issue.
Yeah.
Yes.
At that point, if your safety is into question, if am I the asshole should not come into play.
Yeah, it seems like it's personal safety at that point.
Yeah, if your brother starts getting involved if your boyfriend starts getting involved in illegal activity with your brother, like that's could easily come back on you.
And it
inadvertently.
Yeah, it also confines
and
it.
it probably will. Seeing as he has a criminal history, and he's not, seeing as he's in jail, he's not a very good criminal.
Yeah.
So.
But also, you also have the
I
fact
believe.
that they do not live in their native country.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're not as familiar with their laws as you think they are.
Yeah.
And the laws are different than in their home country.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
we can't assume that their country is America. Expat just means they live outside of their native country.
It could be
It
anywhere.
could be anywhere, yeah. So yeah, no, you are not the asshole. You gotta. It sucks, but sometimes get out and dodge.
Yeah, it's shitty.
Yeah.
I'll play devil's advocate. You know what? Yeah, you're a little bit of an asshole, but you know what? You're also right. So
Yeah,
get the
you
fuck
might
out of
want to.
there.
Yeah, you might want to leave. You gotta.
Yeah, get out of there.
Yeah, it's bad. There's actually a quote from DMX I heard the other day. Rest in peace, DMX. It's crazy as this man.
Legend.
Yeah, so DMX once said, and this kind of rang to me, always trust everyone to be themselves, but trust in the fact that you can see them well.
Poetic.
Yeah, and he said that during an interview, which is wild. Just came out of his mouth.
Wow.
You know, and that's what this person has to do. Your boyfriend's gonna be your boyfriend. It sounds like you know him well enough. You know what he's gonna do. Now you have to do what you have to do and just adjust.
It's almost like when people tell you who they are, believe
Yep,
them.
that's
That kind of a
Kind of
Yeah.
the same
quote.
line, yeah. When people
it's similar.
people tell you who they are, believe them.
Sure.
You know the situation that he's in. You know, it sounds like this person is very, very well informed about the makeup of the family and how the family manipulates, or how the brother manipulates him, and all of that stuff.
Yeah, it's really messy and painful all around.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, man. Say you leave. Now this should be a follow up about the asshole. Say she leaves, right? He doesn't. The boyfriend doesn't do the illegal stuff, and he comes back and wants to get back, and she's like, you know what? No, I'm not going back with you. Then would you be the asshole?
Not necessarily.
And he's like, I renounced my brother. I'm not gonna do this again. And like, you know, that, and the third. Then that'd be a little more of an interesting conversation. But I agree with no, you're not in that. Again, you're still not the asshole. But
Yeah.
I think there's a little more meat to that bone of asking yourself. You're the
This
asshole.
is a battle that she does not need to fight, or nor should she.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with her.
Yeah, yeah, and you don't get involved in this. Like this is something that the boyfriend has to do on his own and has to realize. You know, he has to come to that realization. You know, and people come to the realization slower than others. But hopefully he'll wake up, you know, and realize that you're kind of beating a dead horse. The person's not going to change their ways. Yeah, that's really hard. Yeah, hopefully you get out. That's for your sake, because it's self-preservation. Self-preservation at that point. So that's all we have for MIBS. So I made it a little short and sweet. So, okay, what is your demo god? Do you want to talk about the demo god stuff now or later when we go off air? Or demo gay?
Honestly,
Or are you going to sleep?
I was gonna go to sleep. I'm very tired.
Yeah, me too. I didn't sleep at all these past 2 nights.
I get it.
I've just been nonstop, and I need to get away from a computer.
I feel you, because I'm like that a lot of the time. Working
Yeah.
from home and whatnot. But we can reconvene. You can call me whenever, okay? Because
Yes.
I have ideas that involve a bar graph and rainbows.
I can't wait to hear. Can't wait for this pitch.
It's a very bad one, but it's the visual I have in my head at the moment.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Yes. All right, so with that being said,
All right, everything is uploaded.
woohoo! It should be very, very fun to do so. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Mr. Fretch, for being here this entire time. And stop having Canada burn to the ground. Seriously.
You know, this a little longer.
Yeah, Fretch, I'd like to go
Canada
outside.
well done.
Like my Canada well done. Oh my god. I need to send all of my Canadian friends We Didn't Start the Fire. Billy and Joe. I'm gonna just send it to everybody.
they didn't put it out either.
Oh my god. Anywho, we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Okay, go away. What else do I have to say?
Midnight music.